Getting the right ROI for your Amazon business is probably one of the most important things you can do and one of the most common mistakes that beginners make. In this video today, I'm going to share with you what ROI you should be aiming for if you're a beginner and even if you're an advanced seller. Stay tuned, I'm going to share my thoughts on this today. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now doing online arbitrage for the last 5 years. Now, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller with 2 Amazon businesses in the UK and the USA, and hopefully we're going to expand into another marketplace in the near future. Now, if you're interested in learning how I've done it and what I'm doing and what I'm learning, do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, and obviously you'll be notified when I release my videos. Now, what am I talking about today in this video? So first things first, number one, I'm going to talk about what is ROI. Number two, I'm going to talk about ROI versus profit margin. And then finally, number three, I'm going to answer that question that you want to know. What ROI should you be aiming for? Let's get started. So first things first, number one, what is ROI? Well, quite simply, ROI or return on investment is a popular profitability metric used to evaluate how well an investment has performed or will perform when we do analysis on it. Simply put, this is how much money you are going to earn back from an investment as a percentage. Now, when selling on Amazon, ROI or the ROI calculation is needed for you to make a good buying decision to ensure that you're rolling your capital properly. Now, basically, if you can always aim your ROI at the target or higher, you will be, should we say, not only making money on your sales, but also covering the costs of your operations of your business and returning a nice, healthy profit to you as a business owner after everything or all expenses incurred. Now, if you get the wrong ROI, you actually will make only a small profit from selling your items, which won't cover the cost of running your business. And you as the owner of the business are going to take home nothing. You're actually going to be losing money. Your investment is going to be eaten up by your company. Now, let's say, for example, I bought this for a cost of £10 and I sold it for 25. Now, after deducting all the fees, incurring by selling on Amazon, I'm going to make £9 as my gross profit from selling that item. That £9 gross profit divided by the cost of the product itself, that £10, which is going to be quite simply 90%. So to be clear, ROI is my profit from selling a product divided by the cost I used to purchase it. Now, you might have heard me use the word net, or should we say gross profit in there. And this is basically means that the associated costs with buying that product, like taxes or VAT if you're in the UK, have been removed from it. So just keep that in mind. It does add a layer of complexity, but you don't really have to worry. We're literally just taking out those costs. Now, going forward in this video, what we're going to assume, and if you are an EU seller, we're going to be using the non-VAT process or calculations just to help make the calculation simple. Now, if you are VAT registered, I will drop a video up here on how, should we say, the price of your products is affected when you are VAT registered. Check that out, and we have a nice breakdown, gives it in a little bit more detail, and you can see how that happens. Okay, question for you guys. I want to know, what ROI are you aiming for or are you achieving within your business? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to see a range of answers to see what my viewers are aiming for and what they're getting within their business. Let me know in the comments down below. Now, this leads me nicely onto my second chapter, ROI versus profit margin. Now, there are lots of misconceptions between ROI and profit margin, and some sellers find the two of them, hard to distinguish. So let's define the differences between them before we go any further. Now, ROI is how much you earn back from your investment as a percentage of the cost of goods, whereas profit margin is how much you earn back from your investment as a percentage of your sales or revenue. Now, it might be hard to understand that from what I'm saying, so let's show you how to compute each of these and show you the differences and how they're calculated. Let's say, for example, we purchase something for £5 and we sell it for 15 and we have additional fees of £3 we've got to take out. So that means coming back from Amazon, we're going to have £12 coming back. And that is what Amazon's going to pay us. Fantastic. Now, let's say, for example, your ship and Amazon fee is £1. So then actually now what we're going to do is we're going to be making £11, should we say, profit off this product that we sold. So to compute the ROI, first, let's get our profit figures by adding all the expenses together, such as the cost of goods, the additional fees, the ship, and the freight costs. So that means our net profits after all costs incurred are going to be £6. Now, to get the ROI, what we're going to need to do is to divide the profit, £6, by the cost of goods, remember £5. Now this means the ROI is going to be 120%. Woohoo! Love that. Now the question you might ask is, how do we compute the profit margin? Well, quite simply, again, we're going to take that net profit, £6, fantastic. And what we're going to do is we're going to divide it by the selling price, the revenue, remember that? And this time we're going to have 6 divided by 15, which is going to be 40% profit margin. Now always remember these two things to avoid you from, getting confused. ROI is profit divided by cost of goods. Profit margin is profit divided by the selling price. Now remember, obviously, when we looked at the examples, you can see that the ROI percentage was much, much higher than the, profit margin percentage, but actually the physical cash profits were exactly the same in both calculations. They were just expressed in slightly different ways. Keep that in mind. And we'll talk about what ROI you need to aim for in a minute, but the fundamentals is you need profitable items to sell. That's it. Then what you're going to need is to find a way to get more deals, more leads sell within your Amazon business. Then what I'd really recommend is have a look at the FastTrackFBA online arbitrage deals service. Now, quite simply, what you can do is you can come into the platform, you're going to buy tokens from us, and you get to see everything. You look at all the stats like profit, like ROI, like sales velocity, look at the keeper charts as well, everything you need. And only when you're happy do you exchange those tokens for deals, unlock them, buy them from the supplier, and resell on Amazon for a profit. You're getting access to my own 7-figure deal sources, which is going to really help you grow your business. If you're interested and want to know more, do have a look at the link down below. Obviously, you can see what the FastTrackFBA deal service is like. Right, this leads me nicely onto my third chapter. What ROI should you be aiming for? Now, always remember that there are going to be lots of factors to consider when choosing the right ROI for your Amazon business. Now, it's important to consider what stage of your business you're in and the situation of where you're at, especially things like VAT registered are going to have an impact. Now, what I will share with you is that your ROI you should aim for is if you're a beginner and maybe even an advanced Amazon seller is both in the UK and USA. Now, these ROIs that I'm going to share with you in a moment assume that you've already put in your prep cost and your ship to Amazon costs, because they are fundamental part of the calculations. If I'm a beginner seller on Amazon, say in the UK, the ROI I would be normally aiming for would be about 30% minimum, and whilst I'm looking to make about a £3 profit from those products. Now, if you are a beginner, say for example in the USA, if I was doing that, and we have done, ideally I'd probably push that ROI a little bit higher to 40%, because 30% is going to be good, but 40% is where I should be aiming for. And also as well, I'd probably be looking to make about a $4 profit. Now you might ask why? Well, quite simply, what we see is because of the geographic size of the US versus the UK, it takes a bit longer to get the product shipped in, shipped from the supplier, shipped into Amazon, and then sold. And as a result, because it takes a bit slower to get our profit back, we want to get more profit for the product. Hence why the UK is 30 and the US is 40. Now, the second kind of example we might be looking at is what if I was an advanced Amazon seller? As you become a more advanced Amazon seller, generally seeing what you see, you have a bit more cash available, maybe a team you're building up of virtual assistants. This is going to help you out. But as a result, you might not be able to aim as high and find as many good deals. So with this in mind, I'd probably be aiming for about a 20% ROI minimum with about a £2 profit. Again, with my ship and prep fees in my calculations. If I was in the USA, I'd probably be aiming for about 25% ROI with about a $3 profit. And again, there's no kind of right or wrong, but as I get more advanced and I have more cash available, I would bring that situation down. Now, you might be asking, and again, I have alluded to it, what is the variable? Why does it change when you're basic to advanced? Well, quite simply, it's really available cash. And basically, it's your ability to get an ROI for that available cash. Now, you might ask, why does this matter? Let's say, for example, I have $1,000, £1,000 to invest. I want the most amount return, ROI, from that investment that I can get. Now, with £1,000, I can probably go out there tomorrow and find a lot of deals that meet my starting basic requirement. We talked about UK 30%, US 40%, £3 in the UK and 40%, $4 in the US. Absolutely, I can do that. But what happens if now I change from having $1,000 or £1,000, perhaps maybe having $100,000 or £100,000? You might think, wow, that's amazing, I'm going to make 30% on it. But what we find is that as you have more money, it becomes a lot harder to be able to invest that that money in good deals. If I could get 30% on all my $100,000 or £100,000, fantastic. But it's not that easy because all the good deals start running out. We have to go through a few lesser deals. And as a result, what we do is we look for slightly lower ROI products we can buy and resell. Now, you might think, no, I'm not going to do that. I just want to do 30%. Well, that's fine, but you're going to run out of products to buy. And really, if I'm not investing that $100,000 into stock, I'm getting 0% ROI. It's not invested. So as a result, we'll generally go down a bit lower. We'll take 30, 29, 28, so on and so on, right down to 20. And my whole goal is about investing all that money into stock and getting an ROI on it. So hopefully that kind of understands why we change it depending on your experience level. And when I say experience, I really mean available cash. Now, what I will say is that aiming for a good ROI is like walking a tightrope. It's going to be hard and you need to keep steady and do it safely. Now, keeping it steady also requires having a good cash flow within your business. And I talked about it previously about having your available cash really dictates how much your ROI you'll be aiming for. Now, if you want to learn more about managing your cash flow and use the exact cash flow sheet and methodology that I use in my business across 2 7-figure businesses, and what I'll do is I'll drop a video up here on how to manage your cash flow. We'll put it around here that is going to help you out within your Amazon business. Check that out. I think you're going to love it. Now, hopefully you've liked this video. If you have, give me a thumbs up and do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But for myself, Thomas Parkinson, FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.